you sprinkle in sports, politics, culture. You have some good guests. And I think we have the capabilities of doing that. I think with 250,000 followers and 5 years, 1,000, today's the 1,112th episode of this thing. I think that, or maybe it's the 1,113th. Anyway, yeah, actually, I think I screwed up this morning. I think it's the 1,113th episode. But either way, splitting hairs. I think we've got enough groundwork put in, built a good foundation, got a good audience. I think that you guys will give me a little flexibility to try a few new things. And that's all I'm asking for. And if it doesn't work, we can always, if it doesn't work, we can always go back to the tried and true. But it's not necessarily what I want to do. I like to evolve. I like to change. I like to grow. Even at 48 years old, you can still grow. I was hanging out with a lady friend the other night, and we were just watching TV Friday night. And, so I'm going to give some advice here, some dating advice to men, women, whatever. But I'm a guy, so I'm talking to my guys out there. But women, this goes for you as well. And I know we have a lot of people who are single or going through divorces, whatever, that listen to this show because, well, look at the divorce rate. The odds are pretty good that half my show is probably married and half my listeners are probably not. And I know she'll listen to this, and I'm not talking bad about anybody here, but we had a conversation about, what you'll tolerate when you're dating somebody. And we're not dating, but we've been out a couple times and we're hanging out some. And I just made a conscious decision after my last relationship that I will make whoever I'm hanging out with abundantly clear. I will make this abundantly clear to them on the front end, so there's no miscommunication on the back end. Because I think way too often early in relationships and dating and whatnot, you tolerate a bunch of crap because, well, just being completely blunt here as a guy, as men, we'll tolerate a bunch of stuff because we're trying to get in the box. And what ends up happening is, because you tolerate that on the front end, you've established that to her, in her mind, that you'll tolerate that forever because, well, you didn't say anything about it. Why are you saying something now? It didn't matter. It didn't matter 3 months ago. Why does it matter now? So I decided to speak my mind on something, and I have no regrets that I did. But we were sitting there, and she had taken a couple phone calls, and I was sitting there eating, trying to watch TV, listening to her talk on the phone. And I said, hey, when she got off the phone, I said, hey, you know how I hate talking on the phone? She's like, yeah. I said, you know what I hate more than that? It's listening to other people talk on the phone. She was like, got it. And I was like, and I'm telling you that because I want to tell you the things that get on my nerves on the front end, not the back end, because I was tolerating something that I wouldn't normally tolerate 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road. And feel free to do the same to me, because I don't know what the boundaries are. I don't know what the boundaries are if you don't tell me what gets on your nerves. So anyway, that's my dating advice of the day.